Hello, this is Frontline here. Welcome back to another episode on the Craftaway realm. It has been a while since we have built in the base over here, but we are back. In fact, in the last episode, we did finish off the Craftaway gaming district. If you haven't seen those episodes, I would highly suggest checking them out. We were able to create a basic template for the other castaways to be able to build their own rides, their own mini games, their own all kinds of stuff. I already built one ride and one mini game, so if you haven't seen it already, check it out. But that's not what this episode is going to be about. This episode is going to be in the base. We have a storage system that's kind of set up at the moment. It's not automatic, and that's the thing that we gotta do right now, because I've had to manually place all of my items into just random chests, trying to make them sorted in the ways that they're supposed to be sorted. And I apparently have a bunch of netherrack, but nonetheless, I need to be able to create a whole entire system, and we have chests set up for that. This is the storage chest, meaning that anything that needs to be put into storage can be here. I only just came up with this idea now, but perhaps we could have extra hoppers leading into it, so that if we just place down the shulker box, it could end up being there. Maybe some levers to make them locked, just in case we want to keep the shulker box without it going into the system to be sorted like it is. But nonetheless, that was just an idea I had right now. We might actually do that. So right here, I actually have space set out so that we can have hoppers running into all these chests and stuff. I'll show you the redstone that needs to be done in order to be able to sort the whole thing out. You've probably seen the design before, but I'm still going to have it again. It's a way of making it also so that it's stack protected, or overflow protected, I mean, so that it makes it, if the system ever overruns, it doesn't mess anything up. And I'll get more into that later. Right now, I actually want to build this circuit. This is a trash bin. So the only reason I really have two is because I wanted it to be symmetrical, but a trash bin actually will be useful. We actually already have a bunch of items here that we want to get rid of. Seeds obviously are not a very useful resource in the game after a certain point. Sure, we could build a bunch of wheat farms, but we already have enough seeds that we don't need to have that many. So it's basically going to be a basic trash bin. In the last episode, I did make a trash bin, but I didn't show off the redstone for that. So in this episode, or in the next clip, I mean, I'm going to build a trash can and kind of show you guys how that all ended up working out. We have a start in the redstone. The only reason I didn't actually finish it was because if I did, all the items would have just went directly into the pit of lava that's below this downward facing dropper, and you wouldn't have been able to see the action. So this right here is a very basic circuit. It's a little bit more, well, it's not that much more complicated than a normal circuit. The only reason it's different is for space reasons. If I did it the traditional way and had two pieces of redstone dust here, basically making it so that whenever this repeater fired, it would also power or activate the dropper. It's a dropper, not a dispenser. So that would activate the dropper every time it goes around. But unfortunately, if we put something there, we can't have a block on top of that, and it would be like visible redstone at that point. And we don't really want visible redstone at this point. We're just going to have it be blocked off for now. So that's kind of going to be what that is. All we need to do is put a repeater here. That'll actually fire the dropper for the first time here. And then what we gotta do is place down a piece of redstone dust here, and it will just keep on firing. As you can see, it's randomly taking it from all of the different slots. The seeds and the spruce saplings are going to be going away. Eventually the looting 2 book will also go into the fire. Probably once this pile runs out, the thing will be able to be open, the slot, I mean, and then we'll be able to just get rid of a lot of those items. We're probably going to have to get rid of a lot more. You can see we have a bunch of random bows. I did only realize recently that bows actually are able to be put into furnaces, though I did not realize that. So perhaps we should be like trying to save some of the bows, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see how that all ends up working out. We have a bunch of tridents, a bunch of there's a lot of items we need to get rid of. So nonetheless, that is now sorted. If we ever need to get rid of an item, we just put it into this chest, and then bam, it just goes away. I have actually some seeds on me here, so we can even place those in right now. But yeah, that's done. So we've already got one task done on this whole entire system. I've mined out a little bit more area because I realized that this actually is going to take up a lot of space. So hopefully we'll have enough iron for this. I think we do. I did calculate it beforehand, and I should have enough iron. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how close it cuts. We'll get the redstone done on this side and also continue on to the other side in the next clip here. Okay, I said I was going to be working on the system in the next clip, but I discovered something that was much more important than that. And it's the fact that with 1.6. Actually, what version are we? I can't see what version we're on right now. Whatever version of Minecraft we're on at the moment, I think it's 1.6.1. It could be 1.6.2, but I don't know at this point. Whatever the version number it is, I am able to actually like put any item. It's basically like a universal trait of items here. I am able to quick move it. So basically I press Y on the controller. It would be a shift click if you're on PC into the chest without it actually dispensing into my inventory. So previously what would happen is I would go ahead and press Y. It would, I believe, first move it into my inventory, and then if there's any remainder, then it would move it into the chest. This has been changed, and I love it. And it's like, some people are probably annoyed by this change, but honestly, it is so much more convenient for me to be able to like change stuff. Like, for example, let's say that like something cost like 6 iron ingots for me to like put something into a system. Normally I would like go put it here, and then I'd just be able to press Y. It would go directly into the chest and go and like get sorted or whatever. But it was always so annoying because whenever I pressed Y, all it would do is go right there, and I'd be all like, well, I just lost all of my time and patience like trying to count out the items like in my inventory here. And now I just have to like place them probably like one by one into the chest. Okay, that was a very long rant. I'm getting sidetracked here. I just was very passionate about the fact that that issue has been fixed. I'm sure that a lot of you have been having the same problem. And don't worry, all is well now. All is well in the world of moving items into chests. Yeah. It has begun. So I have the hoppers in place, and I am trying to basically create a system where it's able to go up here, go across all these hoppers that will eventually lead all the way around above the actual system over there. I already made a hole for it. And the way I'm going to do that is with a new feature. Well, it's kind of new. It was new when I designed this thing, but it's not as new anymore, I guess. The water mechanics. I'm able to just kind of move up items through the water. And it's basically like the same circuit as the trash can that we built earlier, except like actually is compacted. So I can just have glass going up here. I mean, I guess don't need glass all the way. I can just kind of have glass like wherever I actually need it. Like maybe here would even be like a good place just for me to be able to like see what I'm doing. I'm just going to get rid of this here for now because I think it's going to get in the way if I... there's a lot of things that are going to get in the way. So you know what? I'm just going to build or dig around here so that I can actually place down the glass. If I place down the glass here and like all around this place, then I can actually fill in the water without worrying about it. So if I get out my bucket right about here, I'll be able to just kind of keep going back and forth from my water source And whenever items go through, they'll actually rise up. So I'll be able to do that. It'll dispense automatically and automatically get to the top. Once it gets to the top, it'll have a flowing water source go into the hopper. And that's how that's going to work. So I was planning on doing this all on camera, but I can already tell from this right here that it's going to be a very tedious process of me getting it all together. So I'm just going to catch you guys back up once I'm actually done dealing with this whole entire system here. I'm down to 4 iron ingots, so I'm going to have to get a little bit more. And in reality, I don't actually need to get a little bit more, or at least I don't think I need to get a little bit more, because I have a bunch of iron that I gathered up when I was actually terraforming the gaming district. If you remember, when I was gathering all the dirt, I was actually going through old mine shafts and stuff, and I was able to just like find bunches of like all this kind of stuff. I have like 34 diamond ore, lots of gold stuff. It's like I haven't mined it all yet, mostly because I wanted to show you guys just how much I found, which is insane. It's an insane amount of materials. But yeah, I'm going to use that. Hopefully we'll be able to finish this thing up, and I'll catch you back up once that actually happens. Alright, so I brought you guys to see Scenic Gravel Wall. It's one of my better builds, I think. It ends up kind of making the scenery look alright. If you haven't already told... What? Okay, I'm leaving that in on request of Klautos's things that whenever I mess up, I should just leave it in. And I don't want to leave it in, but nonetheless. If you couldn't tell, I was being very sarcastic. This obviously was not built by me. I was just like mining out this area. And behind me, if you want to see it, I mean, you probably do, is what the what half of what I built actually looks like for the sorting system stuff. And oh boy, it will show you the reason why I needed to get more iron. So if I just slowly pan here, bam, we have a giant wall of like all kinds of stuff. Just like a bunch of comparators, all with like different items in here. Here's like sand, there's glass, there's like all kinds of like different stuff that funnel down into the various different chests. And yeah, it's actually done from what I can tell. I did a little bit of test runs, and I think it's working fine, but I guess we'll see. The only thing now to do is to just seal off the background area here, just so that we don't have to worry about it and see it at all. So yeah, we have that all covered up. Whenever you want to put down stuff and do whatever, we can even have like a shulker box here. Actually, let's build this on camera. I mean, it's not going to take much. It's just that it's like, I kind of know that at the beginning of the video, I was saying, oh, if we want to be able to actually have the whole entire thing work out with having shulker boxes on top of here, we need some kind of a lever mechanism that allows for us to be able to do that. Now, I'm almost thinking that this right here does not look that great. I think we can actually fix that. I'm a redstone, well, I shouldn't call myself a redstone master, but I do have extensive experience in this field, so we're going to try and do this like just out of the blue here. The main thing that you'll always want to do is just kind of lay out the foundations of what you're trying to build. So below the block of the, let's actually have it be a redstone block, just so that we can like actually visualize when the light turns on and off. So right here we have a redstone block, redstone block. I'm going to basically have a system where you run dust into it and run repeaters into it. Whenever you build a redstone system, you gotta make sure you figure out the functionality before you even start building. Otherwise, if you don't know what you're doing, then well, you're kind of out of luck. So the lever should theoretically, let's make these actually facing the correct directions. So these levers should theoretically power the redstone underneath it, thus allowing for the repeater to go into the block, the block will become powered and the hopper will be activated. I think that locks the hopper. From my experience today, I'm not 100% certain, but I'm going to try it. So yes, in fact, that is the case. The cobblestone is not moving down, meaning that, say, for example, we have a frontline miscellaneous thing here. We want to put some black concrete into the storage system. Let's actually make it like not black concrete because we're going to need that later. We're going to put cobblestone into the system. I'm going to gather this thing. I mean, theoretically, you'd probably want a more full shulker box than this, but we're going to just have it like not locked for now. The item should have gone through. Yep, there is nothing there. We can lock it. That'll allow us to collect it up. If we even try to like throw it down for an instant there, it does not go and pick it up, which is awesome. That is the exact intent that we wanted it to do. And then we can just seal this thing up. I don't believe any of the redstone should be in the way of me doing this. And yeah, there we go. Honestly, that took a little bit longer than it would have normally for me to do, just because I wanted to commentate to you guys exactly what my thought process was on the whole entire thing. But yeah, I think that is good. The levers, unfortunately, do stick out like sore thumbs, but I don't think that there's a easier way to do this. I mean, I just came up with a new solution, and I'm a little bit embarrassed by it. That literally we could just I don't even have words for this. I mean, I could have just put the levers right there. I could have just put Oh my god. Okay, that was a little bit loud on the recording. I can already see that. Oh. Okay. I can live up to that. I can live with that. I can live with that. I'm going to probably... Actually, does this work? That's actually a good point. I'm wondering... Because... Actually, it probably does. Even though there's like a redstone thing here that's actually only activating the block beside it, it's not powering it. So even then, I would still be able to have the lever. That would still make it so that no items would go into the hopper below it. Oh, that is so annoying. That is actually... Wait, but that doesn't work. Does it? I'm like reconsidering this so much. I normally... This is the reason I don't do redstone on camera, by the way, because I get distracted. I get so distracted. And I make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, but I make them often. So, I mean, if we do that, that works, yeah. If we would have replaced this block with the redstone lamp, though, the torch would have activated it, so it wouldn't be visible. So yeah, this, I believe, is the actual system we're going to be going with. I am going to clean up whatever I did below this area here. You can obviously tell that this would have worked if it wasn't for the fact that this solution is so much easier and uses a lot less resources for me to do it. So yeah, that's going to be that. That's going to be my embarrassing end to the episode in which I did completely pointless redstone and realized that there is a much better solution. But I think that that's also a lesson that you shouldn't overcomplicate your redstone. Like, if it needs to be complicated, go for it. It's like redstone is a complex mechanism. You have to be able to know a lot of complex maneuvers to get around different obstacles, be able to come up with new solutions. But obviously, some solutions come a lot easier than others. So yeah, this clip went on for way longer than it was meant to be. I was meant to just show you guys, hey, the storage system is done. I think it's all good. It's all sorting. I've tested it. It's all good. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. So if you did like this episode, be sure to leave a like down below. Comment to tell me how bad I am at redstone. And until next time, I will see you guys all later. Bye.